Hello and welcome to this WPZOOM video screencast. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up the WooCommerce shop front with the present theme. Now, before we start this video, make sure you've already watched the other theme setup videos. And if you've installed the theme already, you can find these just by heading to WPZOOM and then getting started. And there you're going to be able to find a link to the present documentation, and you'll find the other videos for the setup of the theme there. In this video then, we're going to be specifically just covering setting up the shop front for the presence theme. We're going to assume you've already got the theme installed and all the plugins installed and all that set up, and that's explained in the other videos I just mentioned. So we're going to get started by having a look at our site as it is at the moment, so you can see kind of the starting point from where we're working at. So when you install the theme, you need to set up your slideshow. We'll show you how to do that. We've got some widgets in here. So we've got 3 featured categories here, but you'll see there are no images displaying. Whereas on the demo on WPZOOM.com, you have a nice background image. We've got some featured products displaying here, as well as some other product categories, and then a testimonial. So you can see a little bit of the site is already set up as per the other videos. And so to really the first thing to do, if you haven't done this already, go to Pages, and then you want to add new and create a homepage. So just put in the title homepage. Doesn't need to be any content on this page. You can see this is blank, but you do need to set the template to homepage widgetized and then publish that. Once that page is published, then you want to go to settings and then reading. So if we hover over settings here and then reading, and then if we have a look here, you'll see it's set to front page displays a static front page, and then front page. Just need to select homepage and then save those changes. That's going to apply the widgetized homepage to the presence theme, which is what we need in order to set up the widgets that are going to power the homepage. So before we get started with the widgets, let's head over to the WPZOOM theme options. You'll find those under WPZOOM and then theme options. And if we have a look at homepage and then homepage slideshow, this is where we can set up the homepage slideshow, as you would expect. You need to, well, first decide if you want to have the homepage slideshow, and ticking this box will make sure that's displayed. You then need to choose what the slideshow displays, and for other layouts, this is probably going to be featured posts, or featured pages, or featured listings for hotels or real estate agents. However, for the shop layout, we want to display slideshow posts. What this is going to do is display the posts that you've added in here under slideshow. So you can add the content in here. You'll see I've already added some content here as per the demo content at WPZOOM.com. Again, check out the other video if you want to see how to import that. And we'll see we have 3 posts displaying here. These are going to just have some dummy text, but these are going to have a URL that is clickable and then a button saying go shopping. So this is going to entice our visitors to go shopping on the site. We'll see there's no featured image set, so we can set one now in order to set the big background image that displays. So click set featured image, and then you can either drop files in or select from your WordPress media library. Here, I'll just drop in a file I've got on my desktop. So we'll just drop that in there and then press set featured image, and that's going to display as the featured image, the background to the slider. You can now see that's added in. Press update in order to update that content. So to get the content for your slideshow, just go to slideshow and then add new. Put the title in, any text you want, and make sure that you fill in the slide URL and slide button, which is optional, but for a shop, you're probably going to want that there. And then you can set your featured image. Just drag and drop in order to drop your images in from your desktop, or choose from one already at your media library. Here I'm just going to drop in featured images for those other 2. So I'll set those there, update, and then for the final item on the slider, I'll just drop in my featured image, to complete the content. So we go to accessory sale and then set featured image. And again, just drop in that image there. So you'll see how to add the content to your slideshow. And once that's done and this final one's updated, then if we head back to the theme options, we can now set this to display slideshow posts. And now if we just save those changes and then have a look at our site again, now we're going to see that this background that was blank before has been replaced by these 3 slides. You can, of course, change any of the settings here. So if you want to remove the autoplay or the timing for each slider, you can choose the number of, or the max posts or pages to display. And then if you're using featured posts, you've got some extra options there. But we're using the slideshow posts, so you don't need to worry about that. So that's set up the top part of the homepage for the shop layout. And we can now move on to tackle this area here. How do you add this in to the presence theme? To do this, you need to head to Appearance and then click on Widgets. And from there, you want to add in the widgets that are going to power this part of the theme. You'll see you have on the left-hand side the available widgets and on the right-hand side the widget areas. And to use these widgets, all you need to do is drag and drop the widgets you want into the relevant widget areas. You'll then have some options which you can fill in, and you'll see if you expand any of these, you can add any of the options in here, and then press save in order to save that. One of the great things about widgets is you can drag and drop them around, so you can move widgets between widget areas if you like, and that will save automatically. So these are very easy to use. You'll see at the top of each widget you have a short description, and this is telling you a little bit about the widget. So we're interested in here is the 3 columns here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then the bottom full width. You'll see that corresponds to the 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, and then we've got full width. And because we've got multiple widgets in this full width area, as you can see here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that corresponds directly to the 1, 2, 3, 4 we've got in here. And then you can see 1, 2, 3 in those columns. So that corresponds to column 1, 2, and 3. So you get an idea of how these widgets work. You're also going to have some extra options such as the homepage bottom column. So if you wanted to have an extra row of columns at the bottom of this page, you could do so here. But as we're going to be setting this up as in the demo layout for the shop at WPZOOM.com, I'll just be showing you how to use these. You will also have a top full width widget. And so you can just add whichever widgets you want in here. So in order to get these featured column categories, you need to drag and drop the WPZOOM WooCommerce category widget. So you'll find that here. It's labeled WPZOOM WooCommerce category, and you can see this is a custom WPZOOM widget that displays a single WooCommerce category. This is great for showing off featured content on your site. And it can bring a lot of interest to those categories. So I'll just delete this in order to see how we set this up. You're going to first choose the category to display. Now I've already got my WooCommerce products added in and some categories that those products are in. If you don't have those, then you'll obviously need to add the content before you can add the design. You can add your products under products and then just add product here. So we can choose a category to display. I'll just choose one of these. So perhaps we'll go for posters here. We can choose to display a category description and also the number of products and also a button if we'd like to. If you have a button, then you can choose what that text is. So if I just save that, we can see what that looks like. I'll just refresh my homepage and we'll see that we now have posters added in. That's the category we just added, with the count of the number of items in that category and then a button for view all products. So if I wanted to just customize that to perhaps remove the number of products, see, it's just a case of unticking the widget, making sure that saves before you refresh the site, as I've not done there. And there we can see we've got posters and then view all products. You might remember in the demo at WPZOOM.com, these have backgrounds, these have images in the background. How do you add this? Well, this is actually very simple. It just requires knowing where to look. If we go to products and then click on categories, here we're going to find a list of all the categories that we've got with a number of shop items in those. So we can add an image to any of these just by clicking on the category title and then adding an image. So here I've got posters, t-shirts, and bags. How do we add these in here? Well, first let's go to posters, click on that. And now we see under thumbnail, we can upload or add image. And again, you're going to be taken to the WordPress media library, and you can either choose from the media library or add an image. So here, I'll just drag and drop this image in here and then press use image, update. WordPress is going to save that onto the site. Now if we refresh, we're going to see that we've got the background added in here. We can repeat that for the other two. So if we return back to product categories, then we can see bags here. We can just add in a featured image, or a thumbnail image here. Again, just drag and drop. So we'll drop in our bag image here. WordPress will handle all of the background details for you. You just need to add in the image you want to display in the background. You'll note these are just regular images, and WordPress is also handling this overlay for you as well. So the final one to do is t-shirts, and we'll just add in this image, and you can see how quickly and easily you can add in these featured background images for these categories. And they're going to make your shop look a lot more professional. So now we can refresh our site, and we're going to see we've got the 3 featured product images displaying there. If we wanted to make all of those uniform, then we could say remove that and then just change these perhaps to view all t-shirts. And then again, remove display number of products and just change that one to posters. So you can see right away how easily you can customize the homepage and get a really unique look for your site. So now let's look at the featured products and the different categories we've got here. How do we add these in? Well, as we will collapse these. So we've got the columns 1, 2, and 3, but below that we've got the homepage bottom full width. Here we can add in the featured categories by using the featured WooCommerce products widget. You're going to find that here. You'll see this is the custom WPZOOM widget that displays a featured WooCommerce product. Drag and drop this in as is already done here, and you can see we can set a title, the number of products to display, whether to automatically scroll through posts, and whether to show navigation dots. We'll save that, and as it's already happened, we've got on our site those featured products. Now, how do you set what is a featured product? Well, again, if we head back to products, we can click on any one of these, and you're going to see you have the option to set these as featured. You do that by going to Catalog Visibility, and here just ticking Featured Product. If we now update this, we're going to see the mic high top is added into one of our featured products. So if we just refresh here, then we're going to see under featured products here, we've got the mic high top is added in here. So that's how you use the featured products. Below those, you're going to find 2 categories. And to use that, you just need to use the latest WooCommerce products widget. You'll find that here it displays a custom WPZOOM widget that displays the latest WooCommerce products. And here you can choose a category. This drop-down is going to let you choose between all of the categories that you have on your site, or you can select all in order to display products from all of those categories. So if we wanted to have, instead of t-shirts, we have all our products, that will now display 10 of the most recent products. Again, you've got the option to change the number, auto scroll, navigation dots. And if we refresh the site, we're going to see that this has now been replaced from t-shirts to all our products. And it displays all products, not just those featured ones, as you can see. So it's the same for any other categories of products you want to add in, and it's just a case of selecting the drop down here. You can add as many of these as you like, so if you want to have loads of products on your homepage, then you can do that very easily. Final thing is the WPZOOM Testimonials Slider. You're going to find that down here. It's WPZOOM Testimonials Slider. And this displays your latest testimonials, and the content for this comes from the testimonials on the left-hand side. So if we have a look here, we'll see we have the content that's added in here. So these are just some testimonials, which are the ones that are displaying on the front page. So you can see those there. So that concludes our look around setting up the homepage for presents. If we just have a look at our site one more time, I'll just refresh this to get the latest version. You're going to see we've got this big homepage slider with those buttons, background images, and a bit of text in here. Those titles also link to that URL that we set. We've got 3 featured categories in here, as well as featured products that auto scroll, and then additional products below that. There's also testimonials at the bottom of the front page. And using that widgetized front page, you can have as many of these as you like and change around in order to get the look that you want. As I mentioned earlier, it really is just a case of dragging and dropping in order to get the layout that you want. So that's all there is to it. If you do have any queries with the Presents theme, then do head over to WPZOOM.com, go to your account, and you can find a link to create a new support ticket, and our support team will be more than happy to help. As I mentioned, in the Presents documentation, you're also going to find some extra video tutorials. If you haven't seen those, I'd very much recommend checking those out, as they will show you how to use the rest of this very powerful multi-purpose theme. So I hope this video has been helpful for you, and thank you very much for watching.